Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the top Supreme Arena defenses I've come up with for free to play and pay to win for this week. We're going to lead it off with the free to play team formations. So in this team lineup we're running Ravion Lily May combo with Leica as well, because all of these temporary buffs are going to ramp up Lily May's growth stacks to increase her damage output. But we also have a major damage carry from Siren here with the core forge spell in the back. He's going to have that damage reduction and event that haste boost as well. Ludovic is going to be healing him, and Siren is not going to go down anytime soon. He also has a Dunlinger shield effect to give him the highest energy recovery of anyone on the team, and hopefully that can allow him to get off an ultimate and win our team the match. But Lily May is going to be coming in with a lot of damage. Ravion is further buffing up Siren and Lily May, who are going to complete the objective really quickly because of Siren's burst damage. And we have Ludovic, who's just a really solid hero a lot of people have built up, and he will heal the Siren really effectively. So overall, I did do testing with this team in dual mode and it did pretty well. So I think this will be a good option. For team number two will be our Iron Shmira nuke team. As you guys have seen throughout the season, we have Shmira on that tile to get the shield from Dunlinger, so she has the best energy recovery. We have Nero in front of Shmira, and then Damon also buffing up Shmira with the attack buff. We have Almas up front to tank the damage of the opponent, and we have Iron on the other Grave faction tile, and he's going to hit hard. With the Elderbow spell is pretty good for this team because you can get that knockback and also higher damage output because you have a lot of range damage here. The Shmira, Nero, and the Damon. Now, Iron's ultimate that he casts, I don't even know if it's considered range damage or not. But either way, the other heroes are gonna do the job for the range damage, and this should definitely be a good team you can run. Okay, team number 3 is going to be the Tossie Pandora team. Now, I am running Theodore, but if you don't have Theodore, you just have to run another wild hero, and I would recommend Faramore, because Faramore can further attack buff up the Tossie, making her stronger, and Faramore also does roll in a Guardian spell type team to give him the survival he needs to hopefully get off his ultimate. So Faramore definitely can work here. However, if you have Theodore built as well, I would recommend Theodore, and let me explain why. So Theodore is going to give that crit boost to the Tossie in the back. Pandora is going to put Tossie, who is a rearmost ally, into the box. Tossie is going to come out with the attack buff, with the buffs from the lieutenant from Theodore, and once she casts her ultimate, that's going to summon the Dark Moon, and that is going to have the defense rate on the opponents, and Tossie is going to solo everything. Along with Bonnie as well, with her debuffs and the fact that her Supreme Plus increases magical damage from ultimates that hit the enemy. This is overall going to be a very strong team. Guardian Spell is here to protect the Tossie for longer, so even if she gets interrupted by like a Lily May, she will be able to come back and get another ultimate off. So Theodore is definitely, I think, the best here, but Faramore also is very solid and definitely runnable. And then finally we have Damien, who's a really good healer for Tossie comps because he's a stall-oriented comps, and Damien will be able to keep resummoning himself and healing your team, providing the haste buff. And Bonnie synergizes well here. So I think this is a really good Tossie Pandora team that you can run, either Theodore or Faramore, depending on whichever hero you have built. And before we move on to the pay to win teams, if you guys are thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. Okay guys, now we have the pay to win teams, and we have the pay to win version of Ravion. Now this team is going to be even a harder nuker. We have Damon to buff up Lily May with that non-permanent temporary attack buff. We have Leica as well with the temporary buff, and Ravion too. Lily May is going to be as buffed as possible, and she is going to be shredding through the opponent team. And to synergize with all of this, we have the Malison spell, which not only will give crit, but more importantly, is going to reduce the health of the frontmost enemy by 30%. And that is going to allow Lily May to shred through them, because Lily May is going to be attacking the frontmost enemy. That's who she locks onto. And if she can get a kill on that enemy, she's just going to complete the objective of Ravion and bounce to the other enemies in the back. So Malison spell with this fully buffed up Lily May is very strong. We also have, of course, Athalia. She's going to be on the other tile, and she's also going to be buffed up by Ravion. And with the shield effect onto Athalia, Athalia is going to be able to cast her ultimate a bit more quickly than other heroes, and she is going to be a great damage dealer hero here. We also have Damon, who will stall out a bit in the end, and but hopefully Lily May with 2 rainstorm ballets, Athalia nuking, that will be enough to eliminate any enemy team. So this one I'm excited for. Team number 2 is going to be the Lightbearer Nero Hypercarry team. Nero on the Lightbearer tiles is a really strong option, and if you run it with the Guardian spell, this is very similar to a team that I'm currently running on my dual mode, which is one of the top teams I've been able to find. However, that team has Dunlinger. Here, I'm not running Dunlinger. I'm saving that for team number 3. But even without Dunlinger, this is very solid, because let me explain it to you. So Rainier is going to give the charms onto Siren. Siren is going to be unaffected from the beginning of the match, so he's not actually going to be teleported to that side, but the opponent will be teleported to my side and will take bonus damage dealt. Siren will have the shield so that he can cast an ultimate earlier on. We have the Zany turrets who are going to tank for us and also deal really high damage. With the Guardian spell, we're all going to be very well protected. We have Hugin to buff up for the Nero, so Nero hits really hard. Nero is going to deal absolute crazy damage. This is what he does on the Lightbearer faction tiles. And yeah, and he can also counter enemy like Saida and Igor, because he can destroy the actual tombstones of Igor, for example. And then we have, yeah, Zany is obviously here for the turrets and the damage. So overall, very solid team, and only using one Hypogean hero. Otherwise, it is all basically main faction heroes, but this is a really strong thing to try if you have these heroes built. And then finally, we have team number 3, which is going to be the Cryonaya Hypercarry with Dunlinger. So if you're running Cryonaya, it's pretty essential that you run Dunlinger of your own, because the way that people counter Cryonaya is they just run Dunlinger of their own and some other nuking hypercarry. And so the only way we can combat that is we're going to have survival, because we're going to have Scarlita with the shielding. We also have Dunlinger to protect from an enemy ultimate. We have Kulu in the rearmost tile, because then Bonnie is going to be debuffing the Kulu rather than Cryonaya, so Bonnie cannot get onto my Cryonaya here, which is really important, because Bonnie is a key way people try to destroy Cryonayas. If you're not running Kulu, you just have to run any other hero that will fill this like rearmost tile, and then can take the debuffs. You could even run Pandora, honestly. I think Pandora is actually free. I'm not running Pandora in my lineup. I could run Pandora here, but I think Kulu is a little bit better, but both are good options. Theodore is in front of the Cryonaya so that she charges up her ultimate quickly. If the opponent doesn't run Dunlinger, doesn't run Lily May, it's just going to be killed within 3 seconds because of all the energy boosting. However, if they run Dunlinger, if they run Lily May, we also have the survival in our built-in, that we should also be fine that way as well. And we have the Dragon Roar spell. Dragon Roar spell, like, I really like the Dragon Roar spell. However, it also has issues because it's a delayed onset, right? It doesn't activate until 6 seconds into the battle, and for the first 6 seconds you're just gaining these stats. You're not having actually any artifact effect. That is a problem. But if you're able to survive long enough for those 6 seconds, and then you get the value of Dragon Roar value is kind of unmatched. Huge attack increase, huge damage reduction onto your allies, and also attack speed lowering the entire enemy team. All of those are very strong effects, and I'm thinking with this team, with the Scarlita, with the Dunlinger, with the Cooler in the back to take Bonnie debuffs, it should definitely be able to survive long enough for you to get that Dragon Roar activation off, and then Cryonaya can just go crazy. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. There is a link to that in the description of this video, and a pinned comment. That's the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.